Brian Van, sportbiketrackgear.com, and today we're going to install the Akrapovic Slip-On on our 2015 Yamaha YZF-R3 STG project bike. I rode this thing home from the dealer. It is really cool. This is a cool super sport bike for sure. The first mod we're going to do is this because it's just too darn quiet, right? This Akrapovic Slip-On is surprisingly inexpensive. It's going to be a very basic install. Akrapovic comes with very clear instructions. Got a little anti-sieze tube that comes with all the necessary hardware and gaskets, and probably the most professional packaging I've seen with any exhaust out there. Premium stuff for sure. This is really affordable. It's going to fit nicely on our R3. The first thing we need to do is start it up and right here, that stock exhaust note. Like I said, our little beast sounds pretty quiet, pretty timid, and we want to change that. Tools to do the project, very basic little hand tools here. This is not going to be a huge project. We've got a 5mm T-handle. Just want to remove one of the trim pieces. I think it's going to make our life a little bit easier here, having this out of the way. Once we get this out of the way, we'll be able to remove the stock silencer. We're going to lose a little weight, hopefully sound a little better, but certainly look a whole bunch better. Okay, now we're going to loosen up the stock exhaust clamp here on the other side of the muffler box. 10mm bullhead. Got it on a ratchet here, just using a deep well 3/8. Get that bad boy loosened up. Now we'll come up here and get to the mount. Use 12mm and a T-handle here. Backup wrench on there. This is going to be a really cool project, man. I am excited for this little bike. Be a great little street bike. Spent a lot of time riding around on this thing, probably with my son Max. In a lot of ways, I think this will even be a more appropriate street motorcycle than the R1. Okay. Wow. We are definitely going to be shaving some weight. Got that to this. Okay, let's put this piece here to the side. I don't know how much this will influence the sound, because remember, we do have the muffler box on there. That is a pretty robust silencer, so hopefully we pick up a little better sound. Got a gasket that slides into place here, high temp exhaust gasket. We have our band clamp, where they want you to put the anti-sieze, right, is on the threads of the bolt for the band clamp here. Just enough so that we don't have a seizure of the threads here. So if we need to service this in the future, we are able to do so. Okay. I've got the band clamp over the end of the silencer. I'm going to go ahead and slide that into position. Got some new mounting hardware that came with it. I'm going to go ahead and utilize that. Wow, look at the difference in the size. This is going to look sweet. Okay. We'll begin by snugging this piece up here. As you can see, this is a really simple mod. You know, we're talking an investment of time that, you know, is probably somewhere in the, you know, 20 30-minute range maximum. Okay. And now I'll come down here to this band clamp. We'll use the ratchet on this as well. Something that's really important to note is when you're done with the install, you want to clean this up nicely. Stainless steel, you clean with contact cleaner. Titanium, they recommend cleaning with like WD-40. Okay, if you start the bike before you clean the pipes, especially with the tie, you run the risk of, once it gets hot, of the handprints actually burning onto the surface, and that's definitely not something that you want to have happen. It's a very high quality hardware that's supplied with this. This band clamp is very nice. That gasket, also very nice. Got that on there, all good and snug. I'm gonna get a rag, some cleaner, clean up all the fingerprints, and then we'll come back, put the trim panel on it, and start the motorcycle, and hope for a great sound out of our Akrapovic Slip-On. Okay, there we go. It's on. I've cleaned it up. We've got our trim panel back on there. And look, I mean, that is so much more pleasing to the eye than that giant stock canister was. And what's cool, like I said, this is really affordable, especially for Akrapovic. Their stuff is normally very spendy. Real MotoGP style look. How much effect is it going to have on the sound? We are about to find out, because like I said, when you're leaving that muffler box there, you know, you just never know. You know, I've seen some little slip-ons on bikes like this, they don't do a whole lot. I would say I'm definitely happy with the outcome. That changed it just enough, got a much better exhaust note than we started off with, right? Keep an eye on this project. We're going to be installing a ton of different components on this bike, full systems, different brands, fender eliminators, all the performance and cosmetic parts as they become available. This is going to be one super hot street bike. In my opinion, this will be, in the end, the 300 to have. I'm Brian Van, sportbiketrackgear.com. This is our Akrapovic Slip-On install on our 2015 Yamaha YZF-R3 STG project bike.